Knon 89.3 FM in Dallas and Fort Worth, the voice of the people.
Business owners, tell KNON's listeners about your business. You can put your business or event on KNON. KNON currently has space available to run announcements for you. Tell KNON's listeners about your goods, services, nightclub, concert, or event. Help keep the voice of the people on the air while putting your information on the air. KNON's been named the #1 radio station in Dallas by both the Dallas Observer and D Magazine. Put your business with Dallas's #1 station. Call now for more information at 214-828-9500, extension 227, or extension 233. For more information, go to knon.org and click on the Run Spots on KNON page. It's a great way for your business to support community radio while letting more people know about you.
Good morning, it's the Workers Beat. I'm Gene Lantz. It's 972-647-1893. Lots of stuff coming up, as always. You know, it's getting so you can't keep up.
No, I know you
There's
can't.
a demonstration today.
Is
at
there?
7 o'clock today at the Kennedy Memorial, and it's about executions in Texas. You know, Texas leads the world in executions. So,
Boy, no, there's something to be proud of.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of statistics associated with Texas that are embarrassing.
Yes.
But I just saw this on the internet this morning. I didn't even write anything down. But it said JFK Memorial today, and I think it's 7 p.m., must be a candlelight vigil because it's dark at 7 p.m. now. Mm-hmm. And anybody knows about that, call us at 972-647-1893. Kind of fill in the gaps because we don't know much about it. On December the 5th, which I think is Thursday, the Young Workers Council meets at 1408 North Washington. The Young Workers Council, this is exciting stuff, brothers and sisters. The AFL-CIO has set up a Young Workers Council, and it's for anybody under 40. So anybody under 40 can show up at 7 o'clock on December the 5th at 1408 North Washington. That's Bonnie's Union Hall.
Yes. Yes.
And join the Workers' Council. This is the first meeting. So you're getting in on the ground floor. It's not like somebody's going to come in and say, oh, you're the new guy. Everybody is the new guy.
Everybody's the new guy. That's right.
December the 5th, Young Workers' Council. It's exciting stuff. I wish I was young enough to go.
Me too.
Well, I'm 39.
Are you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, that must make me 29.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Or 16.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, on December the 10th is International Human Rights Day. Now, I have not heard of a bunch of events because usually there's a bunch of events around the world on International Human Rights Day, but I have heard of this one. Jobs with Justice is sponsoring one at 7 p.m. at 1408 North Washington in Dallas. And the youth group is working on this with Rosemary Rieger to put together a really hot International Human Rights Day, and they're not gonna just complain. This is one of the best things I like about the movement nowadays because I'm an old time complainer and griper, you know. And so we don't like this and we don't like. But now they don't just complain. They don't just say their things are happening that we don't like. They're also saying, here's what the answer is. Mm-hmm. And basically the answer is organizing. Now, I don't know how they're going to put it, but they're going to have some of the folks, like, for example, the Walmart workers, some of the human crimes that are going on in the world today and the solution, which is organizing. They're also going to have some cultural stuff. You know, they're going to have like a speaker and then music. And it's not going to be, you'll be pleased to hear this, Bonnie, and the world at large. The music is not going to be me. Oh. It's not going to be me and my old guitar and some folk song from 1931, you know.
Okay.
It's going to be some of the stuff that the younger people picked out.
Cool.
So, and this is going to be live music.
That's great.
And I don't know if it's all just music or is poetry slam or what else. But anyway, they're really going to celebrate International Human Rights Day on December the 10th at 1408 North Washington at 7 o'clock.
And Gina, just to clarify, today's event is at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock
yes,
at
the JFK Memorial.
It'll still be dark.
Yeah. Participants are requested to bring flashlights to shine a light on the death penalty in Texas.
Okay. That's a really good cause.
Yeah.
I got involved in the death penalty in 1974 when they brought it back. You know, it was kind of held in abeyance there for several years.
For a while, yes.
When the youth movement was so strong and a lot of progressive things happened. Then in 74 they reinstated it, and I got involved in it. But I got irritated with the movement because it was pretty much a white people's movement at that time. And
Yeah.
The real argument on the death penalty, I know there's all these arguments about, it costs too much and it's not worth it and doesn't solve crime and a whole bunch of arguments like that. But the real argument is that it's racist.
Yeah.
If you look at just the race of the people that get executed, and even if you go by crimes, if you say, okay, all the murderers that got convicted in such and such a year or such and such a state or anything like that, how many of them got the death penalty? It's still black.
Yep.
It's still black, and then secondly, it's brown.
That's right.
It's a racial thing, and it should be done away with on that basis alone.
I agree.
But back in '74, they didn't try to make it a civil rights issue, and to their shame, I think they led this mostly as a legal issue and also as an economic one because. Frankly, brothers and sisters, the death penalty just doesn't work.
Nope.
It doesn't help in any way, in anything. It's not a deterrent. It doesn't stop anything. It's vengeance.
Yep.
And
That's
it's
it.
retribution, and it's racist. It's racist to the core, and should be stopped for that reason, if nothing else. But it should be stopped anyway.
Yep. Definitely.
It's barbarism. So we shouldn't be having the death penalty, and I'm glad they have a demonstration tonight. I don't know if I'm going to make it or not, because this one kind of slipped up on me.
Yeah,
6 p.m. tonight. And they picked the Thanksgiving weekend.
A lot of people are out of town.
Who's deciding these things? How are they coming to these conclusions? Somebody call us and straighten us all out and tell us all about the death penalty action tonight. 972-647-1893 is our number, and we are eager to hear from you on KNON.
Now, are you going to talk about the Monday's National Day of Mourning for the postal worker that was killed delivering mail in the dark?
Tell us about it.
That is a public, it's just a National Day of Mourning. Tyson Jerome Barnett was killed.
Just like Reverend Barnett.
Yeah, just like Reverend Barnett, except with an E on the end. Communities and Postal Workers United calls on all postal workers and allies to observe a National Day of Mourning within the U.S. Postal Service. Mm-hmm. We call on postal workers to wear black armbands, observe a moment of silence, and lower flags to half-staff on the day after his funeral to call attention to the brutally tragic killing of Tyson Jerome Barnett, a 26-year-old Washington, D.C. area city carrier assistant who was murdered while delivering mail in the dark on November 23rd. Now, that's really sad. Look at our Walmart. Yay!
Yeah. Yesterday,
so
Bonnie was out picketing again.
Again. It's always Jean.
I went just to see her. Can you get earphones from Megan? So there was Bonnie, so I went out just to photograph her and put her on YouTube, which you can find, by the way. You can find my videos by just putting in Gene Lantz into YouTube, into the YouTube search machine.
That's right.
GENELANTZ. And I had a 7.5 minute video. It took me all day to get it up. But it's got Bonnie right there. The star of there were really a bunch of stars. 13 people got arrested and went to jail. About 100 people were out demonstrating. And I don't know if this is true or not. We're going to check this as soon as Megan gets her earphones on. But we're going to check and see if it's really true that they had 1,500 demonstrations yesterday at Walmart
That's
stores.
what I heard.
Everybody's nodding.
Yeah.
1,500 is the number then,
across
folks.
the country.
Yeah,
That's
1,500
awesome.
demonstrations at Walmart stores. A bunch of them, people got arrested. And this poor child sitting next to me was one of them. The last time I saw her, I said, I owe you a hug. And she said, you'll have to get it later. I got handcuffs on right now.
Because Gene was across the street from the Walmart.
I was taking pictures.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is Megan McKinley. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
You were the star of the thing because you made the best speech.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, because you really worked at Walmart, or still do, right?
I still work at Walmart, actually.
Talk right into the microphone, not to me.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So where do you work at Walmart?
I work at the Lancaster, Texas Walmart.
Yeah, and you make a lot of money?
No.
Do you get a lot of hours?
No. Sorry, was that too fast?
No, that's a testimony.
it.
That's what the world needs to hear.
No.
Well, tell us, why in the world were you out there getting arrested yesterday? What was your point? You were on the demonstration, which went on for an hour or two, and then the next thing you know, there you were in handcuffs, and you're to me, just a kid. You know, you got your whole life ahead of you. You should have been out playing, you know, smoking weed or something. And instead, you're out there standing up. You're out there doing this really, very, very, very serious business.
That'll get you fired.
In my opinion, everybody else should have been doing it, but there you were doing it. So why you?
Because it affects me.
Uh-huh.
This is my environment, and I'm a product of my environment. So if I want to change, I need to change myself as well as my environment.
But what about your attitude about your other brothers and sisters who also work at Walmart? And most of them were not there, in all honesty. Oh, there were about 50 of them were.
Well, my sister-in-law likes to say she's going to have a keep it real session. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a keep it real session. For all the people that are in our organization, that are in our Walmart, and you don't stand up, I am so disappointed.
Oh.
Ooh.
I am disappointed. And that says a lot, because you put on this wristband, you know what the change is, you know what we're standing for, you know what we believe in. And it's like, oh, so I can keep my job, I'm just going to hide and I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit. And when you sit and you watch from the sidelines, you make your choice then and there.
Mm-hmm. The same thing is going on at my plant out in Grand Prairie, where people are facing a really tragic situation where the company started another plant and they're saying, if you want to keep your job, you better do what we say. So you go to the other plant where there's not going to be any union. And they say, well, I want to keep my job. What is the point of keeping something where you can't make a living, where you have no future? Is that not true? What are you actually keeping? Are you really keeping a job, or are you just heading for slavery? Because that's the direction the country's going in the direction that Walmart is trying to take us.
That is true. That's true. But someone has to care enough to stand up and say, I am not your slave. You will not treat me with disrespect. Mm-hmm. You will not deny me the dignity that I deserve. Because we are the same race, which is human. So whoever puts you high and mighty, I need you to come off your horse now, immediately. Mm-hmm. Because I'm standing up for what I believe in. To you, it may not be that serious, but to me, it's very serious. I'm 21 years old and I'm tired. I can't say it enough. Because this is, to be honest, that's a slave driving corporation. Yeah. We are breaking our backs and our bones for these people, and they do not care. Oh, you can be replaced. So not only are you telling me that I'm not good enough, but you're spitting in my face as well. Mm-hmm. That's how serious it has gotten. Mm-hmm. And people who don't take action, you're siding with them. You're letting them know that it's okay. People can only do what you allow them to. So you're allowing them to continue this behavior. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand up and be clear and concise. No, this stops today.
And you're asking other Walmart employees to do the same thing?
I am.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they will?
There's always a fear tactic or a fear or fear that's implemented in Walmart. It's not just our store. Our store has it really bad. But it's not just our store. It's every Walmart across the country.
The boss rules with terror, don't they?
Yeah, because they feel fear is powerful. And it is powerful, but once you realize that, I don't know about everyone, but I grew up in a Christian household. Once you realize that God has not given you the spirit of fear, there is no one to fear.
Amen.
Yeah, the fear is coming from other people.
The fear is coming from other people.
Mm-hmm. They're terrorizing us.
They are.
But in taking things in a real practical sense, people are afraid. Americans are afraid, and it's not just Walmart employees, and it's not just the people that work at the old LTV plant. The truth is that Americans are afraid, and they've been bullied and terrorized without their even acknowledging it. You know, they like to think, "Oh, I'm tough. I'm standing up for myself," but the truth is, they are afraid. And we just have to take that as a point of fact. And speaking for people who do not work for Walmart, let me put out the call right now. You're the ones that are going to have to do something. You cannot expect somebody who's got children, hungry children at home, and still making $8 an hour or even less, and still not even getting a 40-hour work week, and doesn't know whether they're going to be able to feed their kids or not, you cannot expect them to carry this burden. It's up to the rest of us.
That's right.
Somebody like me that's got Social Security and doesn't have to worry about whether or not Walmart's going to pay me or not. And people like Bonnie, who works for
CWA.
AT&T, Communication
right
Workers
now,
of
that's
America. People that have unions and
That's
have
right.
comfortable lives. They're the ones that are going to have to get out and be inspired by people like Megan McKinley and start showing up at the Walmart events and start signing the petitions,
That's right.
sending the money, and all of the things that we can do, because it's everybody's battle. Don't you think so, Megan?
I think so. I think sitting on the sidelines is no longer an option anymore. You either are with people or you're against them. But if you lay down and you do nothing, you're giving people full range. Just go ahead. I don't even matter.
And it's
that's
not
not
just
the case.
it's not just Walmart workers.
Right. It's not just Walmart workers.
The truth is that
happening
all
over.
jobs everywhere are going down the toilet, and it's Walmart that's got their hand on the flush handle,
Right.
because Walmart
Right.
is setting the pace and setting the example for jobs that pay the very, very minimum and do not have a full work week, so that the workers have to live in terror of whether or not they're going to get a full work week this week or next. This is the main thing, that the companies are ruling us with terror, and until we come together and start to rely on each other, then their fear tactics are going to work. So let's just go over what it's like to work at a Walmart. How long ago did you hire in, Megan?
4 months, I believe. 4 months.
4 months
So
ago.
it's only taken you 4 months to realize that ain't a great place to work.
Not at all. And growing up, Walmart was actually really good place to work. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, but it was.
Before Sam Walton died, it truly was.
It was a really good place to work.
But then Sam Walton died, and his children took over, and it all went to hell in a handbasket.
Well, I mean, you're not the first person that said that. I've been hearing that all week. So it's very sad and disappointing.
Okay, we're going to interrupt this for a minute and take a call. Robert called. You can call too at 972-647-1893. Thanks for waiting, Robert. And good morning.
Hey, how y'all doing this morning?
Glad to hear from
Good
you.
morning.
Megan, I am 28 years old, and you just inspired me. I always shop at Walmart. I was at Walmart last night, but after today, I will not shop at Walmart.
No. I don't want you not to shop at Walmart. I just want to let you know and become aware of how they treat us. Because they'll get on those commercials and they'll paint this pretty picture for you. And that is not the case. Because once you go behind those back doors, it gets real.
So-
they are playing with people's lives. And I just want you to know that.
So you're not asking for a boycott, because if everybody stopped shopping at Walmart, then you wouldn't have a job.
Right.
And there wouldn't be any organizing drive.
Right.
So the idea is not to get people to stop shopping at Walmart, although we really appreciate Robert's sentiment on it.
You have touched my heart.
A lot of people
really.
feel that way.
Really, you have really touched my heart.
I really want to give you my info, my phone number or something, because I want to get in on one of these Walmart stand-ins.
Oh, okay.
So
We'll
get Doc to take
Okay.
your number and
Okay.
have Megan call you next time something comes up. Is that all right?
Cool, and I'm there. I'm there.
All right.
100%.
Awesome, Robert. You can join me
All
and
right.
Gene.
You have
What
a
a-
blessed day. Thank you
You do the
so
same.
much.
What a guy.
That's great.
What
Right.
a guy, man.
Right.
If everybody was that courageous,
Right.
we wouldn't have any problems. Now Imani's on. Good morning, Imani. Thanks for calling. It's taking a minute. Okay. Now you're on, Imani. Good morning.
Good morning, Jean and beautiful Bonnie.
Thank you.
Thought I forgot you.
I was beginning to wonder.
Yeah, because last time I had did a show all night and been up all night. But I want to tell you that Bonnie's the first one that let me be on one of her shows.
That's right. That's
I
right.
was so embarrassed when I got off. I just started. I don't know. I tell you what, I need to leave. Bud do not make you wiser.
But does not make you wise.
So what I do, I want to call a young lady. I'm 65. I've been in all these movements. Mm-hmm. You are so courageous. You are so what we need right now. We don't need any more hip hop. We don't need any more all this other. I know you guys don't smoke your marijuana and all that.
What is the deal with the weed this morning? I don't get it.
That's comment number 2.
Right?
Well, maybe they need we'll call it Walmart's pot night out. Maybe everybody's but something I want to do something. What can I do to help you?
Right
what
on.
can I do to help you?
We'll have to get back to you about that, Imani. Keep your radio on because we're going to talk about that right after the break.
They're available at cdbaby.com. All proceeds are a gift to KNON.
The Dallas Volunteer Attorney Program, a joint initiative of the Dallas Bar Association and Legal Aid of Northwest Texas. It is an organization dedicated to increasing and enhancing pro bono legal services to the poor in Dallas through the recruitment, training, and support of volunteer attorneys. DVAP offers numerous legal clinics for Dallas County residents. For more information, dallasbar.org/DVAP.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, because Friday
Saturday morning is all right because that's when the workers' beat comes on. Now, we said we were going to talk about what we want to do about this, but we can't let Delvin wait. He's been on the line for a while. Put Delvin on. Thanks for calling KNON. Thanks for waiting.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Glad to hear from you.
Yeah, I'm listening to you about this Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been a black organizer in Dallas. It's been a while since I've been back in Dallas. But I had summer camps and boys clubs and girls clubs for inner city kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Walmart has always been a heavy, very, very heavy contributor to my summer camp.
Oh, how good.
Well, that's nice. Mm-hmm. You're one of the few.
No, really. I'm sitting here and I'm listening to. I've been poor all my life. And I'm listening to this Walmart thing, and I'm going, okay. I had when I was there in Dallas, I had over 200 and some kids all night for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And Walmart donated me truckloads of camping equipment, anything you could imagine. Walmart put there.
Isn't that wonderful?
Now, and I'm looking and I'm going, okay, well, we having I'm hearing this thing about picketing and striking Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm so for Walmart, but I'm going, now, if I had a business and I could own, well, we can't say, I can't compare Walmart because Walmart has some money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if these workers are that discontent
Here we go.
with Walmart,
Mm-hmm.
The gloves are coming off.
That's right.
why it's sacrifices in life. I've been making sacrifices all my life.
Yes, I
being a
bet.
poor person in Black America.
Mm-hmm.
I've been making tremendous sacrifices. See, I don't work for nobody because I'm not into you pay me $8 an hour and you make $10,000 an hour off of me.
Uh-huh.
I don't like.
So
that.
you don't like that?
I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if employees are that disgruntled, why don't you just try to close Walmart down? Although you guys are gonna lose some jobs. Either you close them down and bring them to the bargaining table.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Okay. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for that opinion. And it's nice to hear that Walmart has done some good things. I have some other good things. Did you know that there was, if you saw the movie 12 Years a Slave, you saw that there was a point in there where one of the slave owners gave the 12 Years a Slave guy, the head of the story, gave him a fiddle. He gave him a fiddle. And I thought, he's still a slave.
Yeah.
And I don't care how much charity work Walmart does. I don't care how many radio stations they buy and stuff like that. We're still being mistreated on the job, and we're still dragging down wages for everybody else. Megan, you want to comment on Delvin's
I sure do. I sure do, because I currently work there. And if we're so unhappy, but we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to leave a job that we've been on for 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, 12 years, 13 years. We shouldn't have to. You should have to change, because your people, the ones who make the company, we put up the freight. We ring up the customers. We make sure that they're having a nice day. We do that. So we feel like we shouldn't have to. We are doing what you are requiring of us. And all we ask for in return is to make a living wage? And that's too much to ask for?
Right. So the tactics that these guys are taking, we had a big discussion about this among my friends, and I have a big discussion about all the tactics that they are using. And you may or may not agree with them, but they're doing the best they can. Delvin mentioned, why don't we just shut them down completely? Well, I don't think we can. That's not one of the options. No. And I don't think we would want to, because people need jobs.
That's not the purpose of what we're doing.
Right.
We're standing for dignity and respect and to make a living wage. I bet you didn't know, Delvin, that the poverty line is $25K. We don't even make that at Walmart.
$25K for
a year.
A year.
Yes. Right. We don't make that at Walmart.
Most of them. The vast majority
of us
Walmart
do not.
2/3 of the people at Walmart. Yeah. Most of the people that work at Walmart, 2/3 of the people that work at Walmart in the United States make $25,000 or less.
If I'm 21 and I'm struggling now, imagine all the people that have been there for 15, 16, 20 years.
Yeah. Now, we had a caller we need to get back to, though, who had a very positive message. His message was, what can I do? That's what Imani brought up. So what do you got for them? Megan, what can people... I'm not talking about Walmart employees. We already went over the fact that they're scared and desperate. What about everybody else? What can they do?
What can they do?
Yeah. How can they pitch in? Are you going to have any more demonstrations?
We're going to have
any more
lot,
pickets?
Until change is not changed. And a lot of people, that might confuse some people, but I'm going to slow it down. Change is not changed until it's changed. So you can say you're going to do something and say you're going to do something until you're blue in the face, but until it actually happened, change has not occurred.
I see.
So you can just stand up and be counted. I mean, we would love for the people to help us and stand with us and get arrested with us and stand there and be counted, because we do this not only for workers of Walmart, but for you as the customers, the consumers of Walmart.
Yep. Because, everybody talks, the Walmart has actually had poor numbers for the last 3 quarters. They've posted really poor earnings for the last 3 quarters. Well, and I can tell you, I shop at Walmart every other week for my mother-in-law. There are at least 2 to 3 items on her list that are not in stock. Every time we go to the store, they are not in stock.
Can I be quite honest?
Yes.
I am tired of telling customers, I'm sorry, we don't have this. Yeah. And then we can't go to the back and find it because we don't know where to look.
Yeah.
Then department managers are the only one who can order it. So we have to go through this whole spiel. We have to give the customers, and they're like, oh, you guys are lazy. You don't want us to help. No, it's not that we don't want to help. We do.
But you can't.
I enjoy my job, but my hands are tied.
That's right.
I can only do what they allow me to do. There goes that word again, allow.
This never comes up. But the truth is, the workers want to do a good job. I mean,
Sure.
one time we were in a slowdown, and I knew that the best thing I could do would be to do a bad job. And I tried it for about 5 minutes, and I couldn't do it. It's too hard to do a bad job.
It is, because it's ingrained in us to do a good job.
Yeah, and I didn't even deal with the public. I was just a machinist, I was running a machine. So, anonymous female wants to talk. Can we put her on? We're always glad for everybody to call KNON. It's better if you use your name, but if you want to be anonymous, it's all right. Can you put on an anonymous female? Doc, can you put her on? Thanks for calling KNON. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, I heard you talking about the death penalty.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just wanted to remind you that it came out in the Dallas Morning News a few months ago that Texas had ran out of the chemicals to make the poison.
Yeah.
To the lethal poison. They had ran out of it. They never seen that's unheard of. They never seen that before. And
yeah, what happened was that the company that was making it had a pangs of conscience, and they quit making it.
Yeah, but that's okay. They found something.
People started running out of it, so they started looking for something else.
Yeah, so they found something to substitute.
Yeah, well, go ahead though.
But Thursday also came out on the Dallas Morning News that the city of Dallas is going to allow the Dallas police 72 hours they can keep silent, not say anything what happened if they killed someone or even shot someone. They don't have to say anything for 72 hours, and that comes from the cameras that were on two officers in South Dallas. They didn't know there were cameras there, and they shot that the handicap that was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, the policeman looked like he was going to get away with it.
Yeah, and then there was another incident in that area where they chased down a black man in a bicycle without a helmet, and one of the police officers went chasing them by foot, and then the other one was driving, and he hit him with his patrol car, and he said he didn't do that. I think he said that he ran into him. And then the other thing would be they are known to lie. So the other thing is Walmart. Back in the middle of the summer, if you remember in Garland, they hire security guards. They're police officers, and they have them wearing their uniform. And there was a customer that was, he was stealing, and, he ran out, and the police officer tasered him.
Yeah, tasered him.
And the guy threw something at him, and the officer shot him. There was no reason for him to taser him. He was a security guard, not a police officer. He was hired that they wore the uniform to intimidate him, and made it. They talk real bad about the customer or the guy that got killed. And Walmart comes out smelling like rose, just flowers. They do nothing wrong. And this just happened. Was it last month in Oak Cliff on I-30? The same thing happened. It was a Latina. She was stealing cosmetics, and they told her to. The guy that was watching her on the camera called security, and they said that there was a police officer there on off duty, and he had his uniform. The way they fix it, they'll say it, and Walmart comes out smelling like flowers. But what they said was that the girl threw something at the police officer, which he happened to be Latino. So it's Latino versus Latina, so they're telling the truth. And there goes Walmart smelling like flowers, and this is going to be on her record for the rest of her life. If anybody ever calls the police on her, there are going to be dozens of police coming down on her. It can be anything, even a life. Just the fact that she threw something at a law enforcement.
Let's kind of put this all together, sister. It sounds like there's a line somewhere, and Walmart is on one side of that line, and we're on the other one. Would you say that was true?
Correct. They control the camera, and they bought the TV, and they bought some officers.
Well, I want to give out a telephone number for people, contact information for people that want to help with Walmart, which is their website. It's forrespect.org. Now, if you go to forrespect, this is a longer one. There's one called forrespect.org, but this one's a longer one called forrespect our. No, she's got two of them
there's
mixed
two
up.
of them. Our
There's two
Walmart
of them.
and forrespect.org.
Forrespect.org and Walmart.com. There's two different websites that you could go to, and there's a place there you can make donations. They're not asking you for $1,000. They're asking, the last one I got was for $3.
Yep.
And this is the sort of help the 117 people that got fired this year for standing up against Walmart, and Bonnie's got a little note about the 117 of them, is because I know people are going to ask, is Megan going to get fired? Because she don't know. She'll
know tomorrow.
I'll know tomorrow. And if they do, it's against the law. So
that's right.
Look at what's going. I'm standing up for what I believe in.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I mean, like yesterday when we got arrested, it was surreal.
You didn't sass your boss. You didn't stay away from work. You didn't come in drunk.
I got arrested for doing the right thing. That's what blows my mind.
So the question is, are they going to fire her tomorrow? Now, Bonnie, what about the 117 that already got fired?
Well, those folks have the National Labor Relations Board has taken up their cause. I believe Walmart has.
And they are filing charges against Walmart.
They are filing charges. I think Walmart has 30 days to respond to the charges, and if they do not respond, the National Labor Relations Board will move forward with their investigation and charges.
So the answer to the question, is Megan going to get fired or not, is...
We'll know tomorrow.
We'll know tomorrow, but...
but the kicker is I'm not even worried.
She's not worried?
I'm not even worried.
Because you think it's more important to stand up for your brothers and sisters at
I went
Walmart.
to jail protecting the same freedom that I had. 5 hours later, I got out and was back on it.
That's right. That's right.
So when you go to jail, does that mean... It means that you're not free because they got handcuffs on you. But does it mean everybody else is free because they don't have handcuffs?
No.
Nope.
They're not free either.
No. Whether you're bound physically, mentally, spiritually, whatever, if you're bound, you are not free.
That's right.
While there is a working class, I am in it. While there's a criminal element, I am of it. And while there is a soul in prison, I am not free. Eugene Victor Debs.
All right.
Eugene Victor Debs is a great American trade union leader.
And you know what? Today in history, Mother Jones, at the age of 100, died.
Passed away at 100.
At the age of 100.
After a long fight that we're still benefiting from.
For the United Mine Workers. Awesome woman.
Wow.
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm sitting next to an awesome woman,
Yes,
too,
we are.
Who's standing up for other
That's
people
right.
and still not scared.
You know what?
That kind of surprises me because I thought you'd be scared by now.
You know what? I can't even take the credit. It's all God.
Mm-hmm.
It's all God.
We had
he
a
is
prayer.
orchestrating this thing, and I'm just being used as a vessel. It's all him. And whatever he wants to do, that's what I want to do too.
We had a prayer yesterday at the picket line. It was Reverend Dr. York Rieger, and he began by saying, "Oh God of justice."
Oh God of justice. Oh God.
So you believe that God is on the side of people that work at Walmart?
I believe that God is on the side of his people.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe. I believe that God is on the side of his people. He has heard our tears. He has heard our cries. And he is using us to move and change stuff up. And I love it. I love it. I'm just honored and humbled that he would entrust me with something so much and allow me to be a part of something so beautiful.
That is wonderful. We'll be right back. People that are on the line, please wait. We'll be back after this break.
Knon thanks Wagner's Trucking for their support of community radio heard on 89.3 FM. Wagner's Trucking is now seeking experienced flatbed drivers. Qualifications include valid Class A CDL in good standing, 12 months of current experience, and the ability to pass a pre-employment screening. That's Wagner's Trucking now hiring experienced flatbed drivers. For more information on employment with Wagner's Trucking, 972-870-0909. Once again, 972-870-0909 or on the web at joinwagners.com.
Knon thanks you for your pledge to our recent pledge drive. Now is the time to make your pledge count. Be sure to send it in to Knon 5353 Maple Avenue, Dallas, Texas 75235. If you missed our pledge drive, you can still support community radio by donating online at knon.org. Your pledge only counts if you pay it. Knon 5353 Maple Avenue, Dallas, Texas 75235. Be sure to include the name of the show you're supporting. For questions about the pledge drive, 214-828-9500, extension 234.
Should have been a banker instead of a Walmart worker. There's a Walmart worker sitting next to me here. And Megan, I just wanted to say, you were saying you're just a vessel of God. I must say you're a very, very good one. Let's bring Marjorie on. She's been waiting. Thanks for calling Knon. Thanks for waiting. Good morning. I don't know what line it is.
4.
No, it's
4.
I had the pleasure of meeting a Megan in the jail cell. And could you share with us what you shared about the fatalities that have happened at Walmart and the miscarriages?
Oh, yes. What's up, Marjorie? I love you.
Love you too. It's really the privilege was mine to vet you.
Oh, no, the privilege was all mine. It was all mine. I love Marjorie. I couldn't have picked a better person to go to jail with.
Thank you. They're very generous.
But there have been some deaths at our Walmart, especially the Walmart in Lancaster where I've worked at. I've only been there for 4 months, and we've had, I think, 3 manager changes. A lot of people don't know that. But, yeah, I've been working there for about 4 months, and we've had, like, 3 manager changes. So that's new and interesting. But there was a lady, when I was first being brought into the organization, you know, I like to say they lace your boots. They let you know what's going on.
They tell you up front.
I mean, the veil has been lifted, for real. There's a lady who had lupus, I believe, and this was before I was working there, and they would call up to the hospital and tell her, oh, you have to come back to work or we're going to fire you. So she came back to work. She would go to work in like at 5 o'clock in the morning, and your body is mentally and physically tired from lupus. That's a constant battle.
Yeah.
And I believe she came back to work one day and went back to the hospital and died. Not only did they try to take her insurance policy away from her, they would not give it to her family.
Man.
They would not give it to her family. But the funny thing is, you guys have, I think, $125,000 insurance policy on all of your associates. Not just some, all of them.
And that Walmart is the payee. Is that correct?
Walmart is the payee.
Yeah.
Not our family.
They're the beneficiary.
Yeah.
So when somebody dies, Walmart collects.
Death hazard insurance.
Death hazard insurance. That's correct, Marjorie. You got it. Yep.
Okay, Marjorie, anything else to add?
Can you also touch on some of the miscarriages that have gone down?
Oh, yeah. A lot of pregnant women, they're not accepting their doctor's excuses. And I think a pregnant lady, before I worked there, she was lifting way more than she should have, and she lost her baby.
That's disgusting.
She's lost her baby.
So pregnant women can't get a doctor's excuse at Walmart?
No.
I've never heard that.
They're not accepting them. They're telling them that we're not taking them.
And these same 2%ers are telling us that we can't terminate a pregnancy. The hypocrisy is just intolerable and insufferable.
Sure is.
Okay. Anything else to add, Marjorie? Because I understand you were in the pokey, too.
Yeah, I sure was. I was not expecting the Piata Pavilion. I was not expecting Wolfgang Puck. But that being said, I had an easier time in there than I did in several ERs in Memphis. Of course, that's a subject for a whole other program, but that's the God's truth.
I'll tell you, for Marjorie, it was probably a rest, because I know Marjorie, and she probably had 3 other demonstrations she was supposed to be at. So she runs from one to the next one. So putting her in the Balk Springs jail probably gave her all the rest that she never would have gotten.
Slowed her down just a little bit.
Thanks so much for calling, Marjorie.
Okay, we'll
the phone is
talk later.
ringing. We got other people waiting. Thanks so much.
Later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, Megan, any other comments about that?
It's just, I think yesterday was very, very successful, and it felt good. It didn't feel good going to jail because to be honest, I had my strong face on. You can ask anybody in there. I wasn't freaking out. I was being calm. I was keeping other people calm. I wasn't freaking out. But when I had got home,
did you cry?
I didn't cry. It made me respect everything I'm doing even more. Because if I don't do this, I will not have this. And my life is not perfect. It's not cookie cutter. It gets messy and it gets dirty sometimes. And I am thankful that I'm able to live it the way I choose, though.
How are your family taking this, and how are your other friends? What are they saying to you now that you're a convicted misdemeanor person.
Well, I told I was telling one of my best friends, Ashley, this morning. I was like, she's like, where are you at? Are you coming to work today? I'm like, Ashley, I'm going on the radio. And she's like, what? For what? I said, I got arrested yesterday. You got arrested? And I'm just like, yeah, for what? And she's like, who got you out? I was like, my organization. She was like, we got to talk later. And I'm like, oh, okay.
So she didn't condemn you anyway?
Oh, no, she didn't. Actually, I believe she's very proud of me.
Okay, Melvin is waiting. Can you put Melvin on line 2? Good morning. Thanks for calling KNON.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
I called you earlier about I was the one about the summer camp for the
I thought it was Delvin. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, it was Delvin.
Okay, well, go ahead.
It was Delvin. I was insulted when you hung up. When you made a comment that the slave, you was talking about some slave picture. And
go ahead.
The man gave the slave a flute.
No, it was a violin. It
violin.
Was a fiddle. It was a fiddle.
Fiddle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, that's tokenism. The comment, it was like I was talking. I am a very, very, very militant black man.
Okay.
And at 16 years old, I was in the penitentiary.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a lot. I was illiterate until I was 21 years old. Mm-hmm. I've had a lot of strikes against me.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that I offended you. I was trying to point out that the fact that Walmart does some charity work does not cover up the fact that they're exploiting the heck out of their employees, and also. We haven't even talked about their role in the political sphere, how much money they give to these right-wing politicians and that are destroying the country. But go ahead and finish your point.
I understand that. Mm-hmm. A lot of the corporate people are just like Walmart, McDonald's, Burger King, all these people. And my thing is, through my struggle, I learned if you're not going to do right, we're going to, like you guys are organizing, but my thing is, what are you going to do to, other than protesting? Obviously, these people are not going to bend off of their stance. They're going to still do what they do, although you protest. But what are you going to do to get them to come to the table and solve this problem? Or how are you going to solve this problem by being the victim? Mm-hmm. Although it would be justified if you call yourself victim, because I see what Walmart do to workers, and but I also see that in our community, in the black community, that Walmart hire a lot of black people. Ooh. Okay, for whatever reason they doing it, I don't care, but take them out. If you're going to do something, take them out.
Okay.
Don't cry. Don't
you brought that up before.
Yeah.
Did you believe that we could just shut them down?
Yeah.
Devin,
okay, how do you get to
how
where
would you shut them down? You're saying just shut them down. How would you do it?
Can I say something?
Okay, you would take a systematic approach.
Okay.
You would take, like the sister you got there now.
Mm-hmm.
People like her. Stop. And you already know this.
Now, don't tell us what not to do. You're going to tell us. You're fixing to tell us what we should do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell us what not to do. Go ahead.
What not to do?
No, I'm not asking for what not to do. I'm asking for what they should be doing. I mean, you don't like the tactics that they're using now.
No.
Okay.
I didn't say I didn't like the tactics.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You putting words in my mouth. I think if somebody, you should be out on the picking line. I think I really agree with those things.
Right
but
on.
The point the problem I'm having, that it will drag on for years with the approach that you're using.
Okay, what's the other approach then?
Sir, what approach do you have? This is Megan. I'm speaking to you,
Okay,
Delvin.
well, first of all, it's not even my spirit, but I do have an approach. At no point, I don't care how broke I am, I'll never work for Walmart.
First of all, broke is a mind state, sir. You don't stay broke. Broke happens. Broke will come. Broke is a mind state. You stay broke because you want to stay broke.
No, I'm not a broke person, and I've been through hell, and I'm not a broke person.
No, go ahead. Bless your heart.
The sister, I'm saying to you, this is what I'm saying to you. If you don't like them, and you see the slave mentality of the slave master, how do you destroy a slave master? You have to get what you guys are doing.
Sir, you have to have.
I don't have any problem with organized, but it's
you have to have faith. The Bible says that the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord, and he turns it the way he chooses. This thing is bigger than us. That's why it's going to happen in his time. You have to learn how to crawl before you walk. My question to you is, if you have such great ideas, why aren't you doing anything?
Because, sister,
it may not affect you now.
If you would have listened to the early program, I told you I ran boys club, girls club, feeding program.
Sir, that's irrelevant. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant if the slave master is giving you a handout, because then you can't say you did it on your own.
I don't believe in handouts. That's what I'm trying to do.
But that's what you've accepted from Walmart, sir. You're contradicting yourself. You're contradicting yourself, sir.
No.
It's okay, because I hope you have a blessed day, and I hope God blesses and keeps you. That's what I hope.
Okay, well, you know, it's good though, Megan, that people have got other ideas about how we should be doing things. I have other ideas. They don't usually ask me, but I think that the tactics that our Walmart people are using are pretty good.
They're extremely effective
because it is building. If there were 1,500 demonstrations yesterday, and there was a time when you couldn't even get 2 or 3 together.
Not at the same time.
There was a
Not
time.
at the same time.
And I know, because I'm a veteran of this from a long, long time ago.
Amen.
There was a time when Walmart didn't have a friend in Dallas except for Jobs with Justice. And Jobs with Justice couldn't bring more than 2 or 3 or 4 people at that time. So, but now you got the AFL-CIO on your side. You got the whole labor movement has adopted this cause. And not only that, but church groups have adopted the cause. Reverend Ed Middleton was out there in jail with you yesterday.
Oh yeah, we got arrested with.
That's right.
Yeah, we got arrested with him.
That's right, Reverend Ed was there.
That is the stud pastor.
I'm telling you, man. Of East Dallas.
Dallas.
That's right, man. He's awesome.
So you have church support starting to come in. There were a lot of people there yesterday that I just didn't know. And I generally know everybody because it's the same protesters show up over and over again. But there were a lot of people there that I didn't know, I was tickled to death to see a Teamster lined up with you guys. The guy with the Teamster jacket on, getting his handcuffs right after you did. And he's just a person of conscience that came out. His union didn't order him out there or anything like that. And there were a lot of people just starting to get in on this. So it's a very, very good tactic. And compare that, frankly, the tactic that they used to have a long time ago. They used to say, don't shop at Walmart. And I thought that was a stupid tactic. I supported it and did the best I could because I know which side I'm on. But I didn't think it was a very good tactic. And I'm certainly glad that they got rid of that one. And now their tactic is, go ahead and shop at Walmart, but let's organize those workers, because organizing is the only answer.
It is. That's the only thing the only way we're gonna get things done, because what they did at our Walmart, corporate came in and changed everyone. They took everyone out of our store that had someone's back, that was compassionate, that had a heart for the people. There was a code 3 at our store, Utiva Mathis. She had a heart of the people. I mean, if we needed something, we know we could go to her. And if it was available to do it, she gave us the good, the bad, the ugly. That's the people we need in Walmart, people that's going to have our backs. No, but they removed all those people.
We got another caller, and I overlooked this. I apologize. Thanks for waiting. Randy, bring Randy on. Good morning.
Good day, you guys. I'll try to be quick because, sometimes we get so wound up in our own emotions that we sometimes wisdom's talking to us from a different angle and we don't realize it. But after the conversation, we retract that, and I hope with the last gentleman that you had a conversation with that you'll retract some of the words that he did say. I'm not saying all of his words are true, like any of us are speaking all the truth. No one actually really does, except for one. Okay? But, to discourage someone that's going to the same directive that you are, but they're traveling another path, seems counterproductive, because even just like the gentleman that's not going to shop at Walmart today with me, and I'm not going to shop at Walmart today, is just going to the same avenue to help the Walmart workers, just a different way. So
you don't think that we need to have like one plan and everybody try to get on that plan?
Well, Gene, that would be glorious if all of us seen the light and we could all get into the gates of heaven. But some of us go by a different plan. All of us don't go by a narrow path. There's many ways to victory, right?
You don't believe that we should get organized and work
Gene,
together?
I'm almost there because you said it before I got on. The only way, you said it beating around the bush a little bit, but the only way that Walmart's going to change their way is not because we're praying for them. It's not because that they should do the right thing by their workers and that the federal government should raise the minimum wage above poverty level of $28,000 a year. It's because they're forced into it either by two things. They're not getting the money to operate or they are unionized. So the word's got to come out that you're either unionizing the workers. When they pulled the Montgomery boycott that didn't put the bus service out of business, they just snapped them to attention because they lost money for 3 days. So if Walmart actually lost money for 3 days, I'm talking if they lost money for 3 days.
So let's face it, Randy, you're calling for a boycott. You're calling for a boycott then. You're saying we should all get together on a boycott.
I'm calling for many avenues. What the lady has finally realized, because she knows she's going to get fired.
Then you want some of us.
Sir, I do not know I'm going to get fired.
So you want some of us to do some things and others of us to do other things. I'm arguing, and I hope you'll forgive me, Randy, but I think you're wrong. I think we need to get together and have a strategy and a tactic that we work on together. So even when I thought the Walmart people were wrong, I still supported them because I know which side I'm on. And we have to get together if we're going to win. So wrap it up.
There's no just one way to do it, Gene.
Yes, there is.
Don't go spend, because if you're spending your dollar, I bet you that 95% of the people who have talked on the radio today are going to go today and funnel more money into Walmart. Just like the drug thing, if you buy,
I have to cut you off, Randy. I have to cut you off, Randy, because Megan's got to have the last word here.
Later.
But we're in favor of one tactic and people getting together. Go ahead, Megan. Final words.
I'm standing up for what I believe in. This is a good cause. It will not stop. Protests will not stop. Strikes will not stop. We will not change until Walmart changes.
forrespect.org. See you next week.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
KNON 89.3 FM in Dallas and Fort Worth, the voice of the people.
Business owners, tell KNON's listeners about your business. You can put your business or event on KNON. KNON currently has space available to run announcements for you. Tell KNON's listeners about your goods, services, nightclub, concert, or event. Help keep the voice of the people on the air while putting your information on the air. KNON's been named the #1 radio station in Dallas by both the Dallas Observer and D Magazine. Put your business with Dallas's #1 station. Call now for more information at 214-828-9500, extension 227, or extension 233. For more information, go to KNON.org and click on the Run Spots on KNON page. It's a great way for your business to support community radio while letting more people know about you.